everyone. Welcome to another fabulous 5-Alarm Boomer blogger. I have Bobbi Palmer here from DateLikeAGrownUp.com. Welcome, Bobbi.
Great to be here. Thank you. Hey, Becca.
So you are the expert dating and relationship coach for women over 40. How did this come about?
I did it myself. It came about because I actually became a first-time bride at age 47. So at 45, I decided I actually wanted it, and it took me. And at 47, I actually married the man of my dreams. And after I did it, everybody asked me how, and I started helping other women do it. And my friend one day said, "Hey, you know what? You've got like 30 years of training behind you of helping adults learn. Why don't you help women learn this?" And all of a sudden, I was doing this for a living.
Before you started the site, did you find challenges yourself in dating?
Well, before I met my husband, yes, I spent 30 years being challenged by dating. So I definitely made every mistake possible. Yes, at least once.
I think we're all, as women, I'll speak for all women, I think we're all guilty of different challenges. So what was it about dating over 40? Are there specific needs to women over 40 that you found out in your own experience?
We definitely have unique challenges. For instance, we have a lot more years of taking care of ourselves. Now, this is for whether you've either never married over 40 or, you're widowed or divorced. You may have still been single for a long time. So you definitely have more, we tend to have that kind of like, I'm independent, I don't need a man thing going, yep, a little more than when we're in our 20s and 30s. And I don't want to change my life. I don't want to meet a man who's going to expect me to change my life, to which I respond, pick the right man and you don't have to. That's another challenge. So a lot of the challenges we have is they're what's in our head. Mm. And the other thing is, of course, the beliefs that, men want younger women, which is not true. Generally, all the myths that, women believe, those are things that glom on over the years. So the older we get, I think, the more we believe it. And the more challenging it becomes to shed it.
So was this your first marriage?
Yes.
At 47?
First and last.
So what did you do specifically? Did you really work on yourself, on the internal mindset to get into a place that you were really ready?
Yes, and really the first step, and I actually talk about this in my ebook, my epiphanies. The first step for me was really admitting I wanted it. So that was the first thing that really shifted things for me. Like I said, when we get older and we're used to taking care of ourselves, we start believing, I don't need somebody, I'm okay, I'm great alone. And I had a great life. But my first thing I did was let myself acknowledge I really, really, really wanted this. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not embarrassed by it. It doesn't make me weak. It actually makes me strong. And then after that, realizing it's about me. So I had to get rid of that men suck thing. It's all their fault. Because of all the men over the years, all the dates over the years, it was me that was the consistent thing. So yeah, I did. I started working on me and really knowing myself and judging myself based on my own standards and not those of, people told me that I was too fat or too old or not enough this or that. And I realized I was pretty great. And I could attract the right guy.
Yeah.
So that was the beginning of it.
You bring up a good point. One of my favorite mentors, Fabian Fredrickson, brings up that you bring yourself wherever you go.
Yep.
So you might have a new man, a new job, a new whatever it might be, but you're always bringing yourself. And so that's when you're able to look inside and clean up that gunk and the sludge, things begin to shift. Mm-hmm. And another thing that you mentioned is your commitment. You ask yourself, do I really want this? And when you push that blame aside and you commit, providence moves. But it's really that commitment. So you got to a place and you said, okay, I want this. I want to date. I want to marry.
Yeah. And And the thing about that also is, for so many years being single, I could always kind of use the excuse that I didn't really want it. I mean, I wasn't finding anyone because, really I didn't want it. And so and I hear this from my coaching clients often. So if I finally say I really want this and then I still don't get it, that's devastating, right? Mm-hmm. I don't have the excuse anymore for not having it. Mm-hmm. So it takes some courage. It takes courage to put that line in the sand in any part of your life and say, I want this. But we do it in our careers. We do it in our personal relationships other than men. We say, I want this, and we go after it. And I just needed to do that with this. And it wasn't that hard once I did. Once you decided. Way easier than one would think. And that's what I want, a message I really want to get across.
That's an important message. It's that decision. When you decide, things shift.
Because you have the tools, especially the women over 40, women. I work with women through their 70s. Mm-hmm. So we have the tools to do it that we've developed throughout our life and have worked really successfully in other parts of our life. We just aren't applying it to the man thing. And so I help women recognize that and sort of shift and apply it to that part of their lives, and it's so much simpler than they think. Yeah. It's really very quick ahas, and I am that woman. It's not that big of a deal.
How did you find the tools without? There's not many dating coaches out there. There's personal training coaches, business coaches, life coaches. Mm-hmm. How did you get started when dating coaches there's matchmakers out there, but not a lot of dating coaches? What did you do?
You're right. And especially then, we're talking maybe, we're talking like 8 years ago or 9 years ago. Mm-hmm. There weren't dating coaches. There was no such thing. So basically it was therapists and counselors. Mm-hmm. The key for me was finding the right person to guide me and support me and, be my cheerleader and teach me. So like anything, like all of us, like your mentor, I looked for somebody who could help me make the shifts that I needed to make, keep me on my path. And so she was like one of my primary resources. And also books and seminars and experience. The biggest teacher was going out there and trying new things and getting good results and going, wow, I should have done this like 20 years ago. And the reason I was able to do that, and this is true to people that work with me, is because I had her sort of she had my back, right? Yeah. She helped me have the courage to go out and try new things. So the whole little package was what I needed to get exactly what I wanted.
Yeah. I use coaches myself, and I strongly recommend it. If this is something that you want in your life, find someone to support you, because that's the other thing. When you put yourself out there, it's so nice to have someone to reach out to and connect with that knows, and they have, like you said, they have your back, and they're going to understand those concerns. What I love about you is you write consistently. In fact, if you don't mind me mentioning this, I think this is really exciting news that you're now a featured blogger on Huffington Post. Woohoo! Very exciting. So you can really get to know Bobby on her own website, through her blogging, going over to Huffington Post and just learning about her message and her tips and her advice. And she talks about just experiences. And so absolutely check that out. And then, of course, she has all sorts of goodies on there. You said you're webcasting, you've got books, you've got programs. So let's do this. Let's go through a little bit. Let's talk a little bit more about your blog. And I'm going to do a speed round if that's okay.
Okay.
Okay. I got to put you on your toes.
So I have to answer succinctly and quickly. Okay. I'm ready.
Of course, everything we'll want to expand on. Okay. So far, up to date, what was your favorite blog post?
My favorite one was called Be the Woman Who Knows She's Enough. And that was getting it out to the world, my message that you are enough. And if you could just be you, you'll meet the right person and stop missing opportunities.
Yes. Okay. where is that on your website?
It's on my blog.
Okay.
And if there's a category I have for confidence and self-esteem,
Okay.
and it's under there, but it's really, I wrote that early on.
Okay.
I got that from a 32-year-old young man, I can't believe I'm saying that, who actually was telling us, ladies, you should know this. Just be yourself. You're good enough.
Yeah, I love it. That confidence is everything. When you're putting yourself out there, reading stories, for me, you guys, reading stories helps me just feel like, okay, I'm not alone. So I want to put that exact link for everyone to look at. Okay, next up, the scariest blog post or writing that made you feel exposed, that you were very transparent.
Yeah. My ebook. My ebook, okay. Confessions of the World's Worst Dater, me. 7 Secrets to Finally Finding Love After 40. That's my story. That's my story of what kept me single for so many years. Mm-hmm. It's my story of the process I went through, my epiphanies that made me decide to do this, and how I did it. And it's my heart. It's really me reaching out to women just like me and saying, you can do this, and here's how, and here's why. And I get women all the time tell me, I have like every page, I have notes on every page, and it gives them hope. That is all about giving women hope, because that's the first step.
I love it. And this is what I love about bloggers. They are truly telling their own story and their own experience. And just to read something that's so transparent is so moving. Okay, next up, most controversial. Did you have a blog that was controversial?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
My most controversial blogs, it's actually a series of 6, and it was the 6 Femitypes. So what I find is really important to help women is to educate them on men's experience, because compassion and kindness is a huge part of being a successful dater, right? Mm-hmm. And we lose that over the years. We get angry at men. So, these 6 Femitypes are the bitter woman, the 18-year-old, the wow me woman. These are all women that the men have to sort of endure. And, oh my gosh, did I get, what about us? Men are this, men are that. Why are you talking about what we are? Talk about what they are. And I got a lot of women saying, oh my gosh, that's me. I mean, there was such transformation. Oh my gosh, I'm the 18-year-old. So it was really impactful, but I had to put up with the women yelling at me that I was a woman hater.
Yeah, well, look, when you put yourself out there, the haterade comes, and that's when you know you're onto something.
That's right.
That's when you know. So
yeah, I mean, not that I welcome it, obviously, but you're right. And the other thing too is the women that I work with and the women that I attract are women that want to fall in love, and they aren't haters. They're over that. They're ready to get to work.
There you go. Awesome. So then what's your best advice?
My best advice is about that article I said, you be a woman who knows she's good enough. Mm-hmm. And my best advice is you have the skills. You are the person that will attract the right man. So in whoever your best self is in the rest of your life, if you just bring her to your dates and to the parties and to all your other opportunities to meet men, you'll find the right guy. And the wrong guy won't be attracted, which is perfect.
Love it. Okay, finally, one more.
Okay.
So what's a worst habit, or is there something that women do that sabotages a relationship or potential relationship?
Women, like men, have a terrible fear of rejection. It's so natural and part of our being. And so I would say that fear of rejection creates such bad behavior that is what gets in our way. So we tend to judge other people quickly. We tend to back off when something doesn't, when we don't feel someone likes us, we tend to back off and build walls. I used to call that my wall of I dare you. That's right. That was mine. My wall of I dare you. I dare you to like me. I dare you not to like me. I dare you to be late. I dare you not to call me, because I thought I was protecting myself.
Yeah.
So that's definitely we are our own worst enemy.
Fabulous. Okay, so that ends our speed round.
Okay,
Awesome.
good.
Awesome information. I feel like I should sit here and talk to you for like the next 5 hours. You could transform lives, but what we want people to do is go to your blog and read the blog and engage with you. Comment. Talk to Bobbi. She's there listening. She'll answer you. So go to the blog, comment, and tell us, what appeals to you. What are you having challenges with? So tell us exactly, where can folks find you?
Okay, well, my blog is at datelikeagrownup.com.
Mm-hmm.
One of the great places to find me, sorry, my cat is...
We love the cat.
Yes, sorry. That's so funny. So datelikeagrownup.com is where you could read my blog and sort of everything.
Great.
But what I recommend is that women go to datelikeagrownup.com/GGNO.
Okay.
Grown Up Girls Night Out, GGNO, is my monthly free webcast. And I have a different topic every month, and it's an hour long, and it's just me answering questions and open coaching and really teaching. And it's fun, and like, grab a glass of wine and you join me.
Okay, good.
Facebook, I'm at facebook.com/datelikeagrownup.
Perfect. Okay.
And Twitter and LinkedIn are Bobbi Pal, BOBBIPAL.
Okay, perfect. So everyone, of course, as always, I put the links down below so you can click on all those links. I love that. GGNO. Grown Up Girls Night Out. And I've seen the webcast, and you have a lot of positive feedback. So that sounds like a perfect time to just pour a glass of wine, invite a girlfriend over, and tune in. So perfect. Bobbi, you have so much information. I love talking to you. Thank you so much for taking the time. Your husband is a very lucky man. You are
that's so
fabulous and beautiful and have just a wonderful website. So thank you so much.
Thank you. It was so much fun, Becca.
All right.
See you soon.
Bye, everyone. Hey guys, it's Becca, aginginsider.com, and I need to make sure that you have signed up for the Great Gadget Giveaway. It's April 18th. It's 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, and you sign up by going to the top of my site, aginginsider.com, and that's where you can enter into the drawing. If you are in need of special gadgets like the VTech Careline or a large font keyboard, I like that, or a Voluant mouse, which is ergonomic and large. Very cool, right? Do you need that for yourself? Do you need it for your grandma? Do you need it for your dad? Sign up. Win the product. I'll be drawing live over at a site called Vocal, VOKLE.com. Actually, I'm registered over there right now, so if you went, you'd be able to sign up there and watch me live in action. I have no idea how it'll go, but I'm going to give away stuff. So, who cares, right? So just sign up. You can also get additional entries into the contest by tweeting this hashtag, AgingInsiderLive. That's all you have to do. Okay, any questions? Ping me, YouTube me, LinkedIn me, Facebook me, tweet me, whatever you need to do. Just make sure you are there on April 18th. Okay, bye guys.